what we studied in the last session? Students, can you recall the points? If condition, something we learn. Hope you all remember. Yes. Come on. Can you please recall what was the topic we discussed? Yes. Yes, please.
Sir, we discussed about various types of functions and things, flows, how are we going to
Yes.
use all the systems. Then we did some
Then how to
programming
read?
basics.
Yes, how to read the input from the user, correct? Okay. Moving further, students, before starting the session, just something to keep you fresh and all. I'll show you how the search engine works and how the things are happening, how Google works. Do you have any idea about this? You know how search engine works? Yes? Anyone knows? Students, yes or no? Does anyone knows? Students, am I audible? Yes? Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir, audible.
Students, am I audible na? Okay. So I'm just going to show you how the Google search engine works. So you will learn something, a kind of application, and then further we will start with the Python programming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me know the voice sound is clear.
Sir, voice is breaking.
Okay. So basically, when this search engine, now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clearly audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. My screen is visible? Yes, can you all see? Is it audible?
Every day, billions of people come here with questions about all kinds of things. Sometimes we even get questions about Google search itself, like how this whole thing actually works. And while this is a subject entire books have been written about, there's a good chance you're in the market for something a little more concise. So let's say it's getting close to dinner and you want a recipe for lasagna. You've probably seen this before, but let's go a little deeper. Since the beginning, back when the homepage looked like this, Google has been continuously mapping the web, hundreds of billions of pages, to create something called an index. Think of it as the giant library we look through whenever you do a search for lasagna or anything else. Now, the word lasagna shows up a lot on the web, pages about the history of lasagna, articles by scientists whose last name happened to be lasagna, stuff other people might be looking for. But if you're hungry, randomly clicking through millions of links is no fun. This is where Google's ranking algorithms come into play. First, they try to understand what you're looking for, so they can be helpful even if you don't know exactly the right words to use or if your spelling is a little off. Then they sift through millions of possible matches in the index and automatically assemble a page that tries to put the most relevant information up top for you to choose from. Okay, now we have some results. But how did the algorithms actually decide what made it onto the first page? There are hundreds of factors that go into ranking search results, so let's talk about a few of them. You may already know that pages containing the words you search for are more likely to end up at the top. No surprise there. But the location of those words, like in the page's title or in an image's caption, those are factors too. There's a lot more to ranking than just words. Back when Google got started, we looked at how pages link to each other to better understand what pages were about and how important and trustworthy they seemed. Today, linking is still an important factor. Another factor is location, where a search happens. Because if you happen to be in Ormea, Italy, you might be looking for information about their annual lasagna festival. But if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, you probably aren't. When a web page was uploaded is an important factor too. Pages published more recently often have more accurate information, especially in the case of a rapidly developing news story. Of course, not every site on the web is trying to be helpful. Just like with robocalls on your phone or spam in your email, there are a lot of sites that only exist to scam, and every day scammers upload millions more of them. So just because instantvirusdownload.net lists the words lasagna recipe 400 times, that doesn't mean it's going to help you make dinner. We spend a lot of time trying to stay one step ahead of tricks like these, making sure our algorithms can recognize scam sites and flag them before they make it to your search results page. So let's review. Billions of times a day, whenever someone searches for lasagna, or resume writing tips, or how to swaddle a baby, or anything else, Google software locates all the potentially relevant results on the web, removes all the spam, and ranks them based on hundreds of factors like keywords, links, location, and freshness. Okay, good time to take a breath. This last part is about how we make changes to search, and it's important. Since 1998, when Google went online, people seem to have found our results pretty helpful. But the web is always changing, and people are always searching for new things. In fact, 1 in every 7 searches is for something that's never been typed into the search box before, by ever. So we're always working on updates to search, thousands every year, which brings up a big question. How do we decide whether a change is making search more helpful? Well, one of the ways we evaluate potential updates is by asking people like you. Every day, thousands of search quality raters look at samples of search results side by side, then give feedback about the relevance and reliability of the information. To make sure those evaluations are consistent, the raters follow a list of search quality evaluator guidelines. Think of that as what makes a result good. Oh, and one last thing to remember. We use responses from raters to evaluate changes, but they don't directly impact how search results are ranked. So there you have it. Every time you click search, our algorithms are analyzing the meaning of the words in your search, matching them to the content on the web, understanding what content is most likely to be helpful and reliable, and automatically putting it all together in a neatly organized page designed to get you the info you need. All in, 0.81 seconds? Wow. Anyone else ready for dinner? Interested in learning more? We've got a whole website.
Got it? Students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is something just to motivate you to also to give you a kind of knowledge through this small video. Okay. So moving further, let's start with some simple programs. Yes.
Sir, wait a second. Sir, someone in the meeting
Yes.
is removing all of us again and again. Someone is removing me from the meeting.
Wait, through the checking, I will just means recording. I will check. Yes, who is doing that mischievousness? Please maintain the decorum. And in earlier session also I had asked you to change your profile photographs. Be careful. Okay. Visible, students? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll be starting with again few simple programs based on the conditional statements and all. So already we are done with the program for addition. Last lecture you learn about how to read the input from the user, how to assign the values to the separate different data types. So what were the data types that you had seen so far? When I want to pass value as a numerical value, what is the data type that we use? Yes, students. Integer, character, float.
Int.
What do we use? Int. Float is used for what purpose?
Decimal numbers.
Float is used decimal number. Okay. Character is used for what purpose?
String.
Yes. String. Correct. Okay. So here we have the things. So how to read the input and all, integer. Okay. So last lecture again we had this particular exercise. Some task was assigned to you again at home. Now next we are going to learn about the assignment. Okay. Now assigning the values means passing the values to the label or the variable. So can you see that counter is what? It is an integer variable. What type of value is assigned there? Yes. What type of value is assigned to the counter?
Integer.
What type of value is integer? Correct. Now counter is called as the variable. It is also called as operand. And equal to is called as operator. Got it? Yes. Students?
Yes, sir.
Counter.
Yes, sir.
Counter is the variable, equal to is the operator, 100 is the value. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now second variable, miles. Now miles become of what type? Now what is the
Float.
type of that variable? Yes?
Float.
Float. Name. Name becomes what? String. Yes, because we had assigned the string value. Okay. So now the beauty of this Python is it allows you to assign multiple values. Suppose you want to set one value to the multiple variables like A, B, C. So it is possible with the given statement. Now what will happen? What will be the value of A?
1.
B?
1.
2.
Why 2? Yes. What will be the value of B?
1.
C?
1.
1.
Why all three are having the same value?
Because we have used is equal to sign.
Exactly, because we had used that all are equal to 1. Okay. Now the other way of assigning the values to the multiple objects with multiple variables. Okay. Now A, B, C are the multiple variables. But to the A, what will be assigned?
1.
To the variable A, what is assigned?
1.
To the B, what is assigned?
2.
2.
And for C,
John.
John. Okay.
John.
Okay, now let's try with a few things. Let me know that you are able to see my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Got it? I will add in this way. Got it? Students?
Yes, sir.
Now, here I am doing what B equals to. Now, what will be the value of this? What will be the output?
B will be 2.
B will be
2.
What about the others?
Both will be A and C will be 1 and B will be 2.
Yes. Any other opinion or any other answer? Students?
So all will be 2.
All will be 2. Why so? Ray, try to understand the statement. The first statement says that A equals B. So whatever A has, that will be equal to B. That will be again equal to C. But all these three are being assigned what? 1. Okay. But then what happens? B is saying now I am modifying my value. A and C remains with the old value, whereas B appears with the new value. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's why we get the different value for B. Is that clear? Now next.
Yes, sir.
Now next, what I am doing? Now what will be the value? What will be the answer?
All will be 1.
Yes, who answered that?
Hiram.
Hiram. Anyone having any other answer? Yes?
Sir, B and
Right.
C is equal to 2.
B and C will be equal to 2. Yes. How? Who answered that?
Anita.
Anita, can you explain me what is the meaning of that B equals C? B equals C means whatever C has, that will be assigned to B. Whatever C has, that will be assigned to B. What C has now? What C is having?
C is having
1.
1. So B will also be
1. Then what will be assigned to B?
1.
Now what will be the values of all these three variables?
1.
1. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now again, here now I am coming out with the other way. Now what will be the output?
A will be 1 and B and C will be 2.
Yes. What about the others, students? Please post your answers. Post your answers. Chat box. Come on, post your answers. What will be the values? Come on, what will be the values? Only one knows the answer. What about the others? I want everyone's response. If I am not getting the response properly, that means the student is not in the session. Okay, Athira has assigned. Okay. Will you get the answer in that manner? B equals C equals 2. Yes, Mohammad Shadab.
No, sir.
एक आंसर नहीं दिया तुमने. हाँ, एक आंसर नहीं दिया. Yes. You didn't reply for. Okay. So the answer, let's execute. Got it? Students.
Yes, sir.
And now here. Now what will be the answer? What will be the answer here?
A and
What?
A and B will be 1 and C will be 2.
A and B will be 1, C will be 2. Okay. Any other? Come on, post your answers. Okay. Yes, correct. Why? Because we are assigning the value of B. But then does it going to make the impact on C? Now what will be the answer? Now what will be the answer? Yes, all will become 1. Correct.
All will be.
Hope now you are very well clear with the assignment operator. Yes, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll see this another one. A equals B equals C. Okay. Now here, instead of equals, I make it comma. Now,
A will be 1, B will be 23.24 and C will be 5.
Civil Python.
yes, very good. Okay. Next comes now.
A is 1, B is 1, and C is Python.
Yes. What will come?
A and B is 1 and C is 5.
A and B will be 1 and C will be also 1. Yes. Students.
C will be
What C will be?
Python.
C will be
Python.
Python.
Yes. So the value of A and B will only be the same. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So A equals 1, B equals 1, C equals the Python. Okay. The data stored in memory can be of many types. Python is having the following data types: the number, string, list, tuple, dictionary. So this was the point. So let's see now all together. Number. Now this number data type store numeric values. The numeric objects are created when you assign a value to them. Okay. Now variable 1 equals 1. Now when we say that when the value is assigned 1, now it is treated as the object. Okay. Then variable 2 equals 10.5. So we had seen such type of declarations or assignments. Now Python supports 4 different numerical types. First is the integer, sign integers, then long integers, float, floating point real values, then complex. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Student? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, decision making. Now what do you mean by decision making? Suppose you are going by the road. Now you are having 2 ways or 3 ways. Either go straight, take left or take right. Now depending on what scenario you are going to take your next move. Yes. The value, your decision will be depending on where you want to go. Want to go straight, want to go left or want to go right. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So it includes if statements, if else statements, if elif statements, and then comes with the nested if statements. Okay. Just remember the names. Students. Yes, students.
Yes, sir.
So the if statement contains a logical expression using which the data is compared and a decision is made based on the result of the comparison. Okay. So syntax is like if expression, then statement S. Okay. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called as the flow chart. Okay. Now the flow charts, you will be required to draw the flow charts before writing any program, students. And this is the good habit which you should maintain. So whatever programs you are going to write, okay. So for your journal or for your worksheet, you have to add these flow charts. Got it? That gives the flow. About the symbols, I will give the explanation later. That the condition block. Can you see this? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then you have the condition code, which is a block, and when it is been made in a italic form, this block is when tilted. Okay. condition code wala. So that becomes the input. So like this, the notations are used. So let's see how it works. What is there in the program? The first statement is reading the value from user. What type of value will be read? Any input given by the user. This number will be divided by 2. So divisible by 2 means what you are checking? Divisible by 2 means what you are checking?
So that it is an even number.
Whether that number is even or not. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this program will be used for checking the even numbers. So can you just execute this code quickly and post your output? Students, please post your outputs. Done. Students, can you please post? Waiting for your responses. Yes, students. Come on. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Well, we have to just post the output, right?
Yes.
Not the code, right? So the please share the chat.
No, शेयर करो, स्क्रीन शेयर मत करो, पोस्ट स्क्रीनशॉट हाँ चलेगा. Okay, fine. Assuming that most of them has done. Now, what this program is about? What condition has been checking, or what you are checking for there?
So if the number is divisible by 2, it will give the remainder 0. So it will be an even number.
Yes. Yes, students. Yes, what the condition, what type of condition is checked here? It is checking for whether the number is positive number or not. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a positive.
Now what you do, the num value you read from the user. Can you modify this code? Num, instead of num equals 3, make it num equals input. Enter the
Int
number. Int. Int input. Got it? And now make it -3. If will instead of 3, give the input as -3. What will happen? Yes. Students. Got it or not? What is the output you are getting?
Yes.
When you give -3, what is the output you are getting? Come on. Yes. What is the output you are getting? Okay. Second is
Sir,
checking.
only
Is it giving? Is it that it is a positive number? Is it giving you the result?
no, sir. It is
Sir,
only
only the
printing.
last
This is always
command
printed.
will be printed.
That's it meant
Exactly.
printing.
Exactly. Now, what is happening to handle the else part? Because what you are check verifying, that actually you are not getting, isn't it? So when wrong input appears, so how to deal with those things? So for that there is a else condition. That's why I had asked you to give the wrong input. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Students. So now, so it contains a block of code that executes if the conditional expression in the if statement resolves to 0 or a false value. Got it? So when the condition is false, it goes for else part, because the user should know what I had given the input and why I'm not getting the result. The reason should be known or not. Correct? See, when you go to ATM machine, when you operate the ATM machine and when you enter the wrong input, say for example, giving the wrong PIN or entering the wrong amount, which is greater than balance, so you should get the else part or not. Error message दिखना चाहिए कि नहीं?
Yes,
Students?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is handled using the else. So how it is expressed? If expression colon statement S, else statement S. Okay, now I will show you. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I am doing, x equals integer input. Okay. Enter value of x. Now I am checking the condition if x greater than 0. Okay. Print x is positive. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then else print x is negative. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now asking for now -5. It is negative. Again 6. It is positive. Got it now? Students,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
now can you try for checking whether the number is even number or odd number? Earlier it was just showing that the number is even, but what if the input is 5? Yes? What if the input is 5? Yes, students?
So there will use if statement and we'll state that if x first.
What?
So there we will use if statement and we'll state that if x mod 2 is equal to 0, then print x is positive number, or else print x is no. Then print x is even number, else print x is odd number.
Very good. Just you have to make the change. Got it? Yes? Yes, will it make any problem if I give minus number, suppose -8? It is even or odd?
So even.
Even number. Okay? Hope you got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Perfect. So any questions here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hope you got it. If expression else statement. Okay. So how it is? See the flow chart. When the condition matches, it executes the if code or otherwise goes for the else part. Okay. If the condition is false, executes the else code. So this is what the example is. Now, can you please solve this? Accept a character and print whether it is a vowel or not using simple if else. Forget about that, just you check whether it is a vowel or not. Got it? Yes, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, can you post your outputs? Students? Can you please post your outputs? Students? Yes? Students? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
Vikas has written the program. Okay. But read the input from user, na? Vikas.
Yes, sir. I forgot to do that.
Or we are not giving that way. Are
Okay,
you
sir.
getting the output? Hiram,
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm getting that.
you got the output?
Yeah.
Can you show the output?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Don't use char as the variable name. Give the name ch or something. Students, what about the others? Yes, very good, Hiram. What about the others?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Come on. Students, what about the others? Only 2, 3 are posting the answers. What happened? Students, hope you got it. How to check for next
Sir.
now? Okay, now, yes.
Can we write this way? Vowel is equal to input, enter the vowel. If vowel is equal to A, I, O, U, print yes, else print no.
You can.
Yes, sir.
No, the together you cannot. Together you cannot. In one, how it will become a string only. A, E, I, O, U. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Dilip. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hope you understood. So we'll just quickly review. So what we studied today? Variables, assigning the values to the variables, multiple variable assignment, then if statement, if else statement, correct?
Yes, sir.
Students. Okay. So in next session, we'll continue with the if else if. Okay. Again,
Okay, sir.
else if, elif. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.